Donald Trump pulled off a secret escape mission, but Bill Maher has found one detail he thinks is impossible to ignore. Why, of all people, did Trump take Pete Hegseth with him? Maher turned the dramatic security operation into late-night comedy, mocking the president over the bizarre-looking plan that allegedly involved Trump slipping out of Ankara aboard a smaller aircraft, while Air Force One continued on with senior officials and members of the press. The story was revealed by the Washington Post, which reported that the Secret Service had received a credible threat involving Iran and a potential attack on Air Force One. And that threat reportedly triggered an elaborate contingency plan. According to the Post, Trump was moved out of Turkey aboard a smaller aircraft after arriving in Ankara. The operation involved 3 planes, and according to the account Maher was discussing, Trump was initially moved through the airport in a catering cart. Maher immediately found the absurdity in the situation. The Secret Service got a credible threat that Iran was about to assassinate the president, Maher said. They had a plan in place as he was coming out of Turkey. Then came his Beatles comparison. Maher joked that the operation was like the old Beatles trick, getting into one vehicle and emerging from another. Except they did it with planes. There were 3 planes involved. And then came the punchline, and they put him in a catering cart. Maher could not resist taking another swipe at Trump. And he pulled this off but can't clean a pool? But for Maher, the real mystery was not the catering cart. It was the passenger list. According to the Washington Post, Trump was accompanied on the smaller aircraft by Natalie Harp, Deputy White House Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, Walt Nauta, the Director of Oval Office Operations, and Trinidad's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Meanwhile, some of the administration's most senior officials were left behind aboard Air Force One. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was among them. White House aide Stephen Miller was also left on the larger aircraft, alongside members of the press, and that meant the plane that could potentially have been targeted was carrying several top officials, while Trump had already been moved to another aircraft. Maher zeroed in on Hegseth. The controversy is that Trump put all his friends on the decoy plane, he said. Well, not all of them. Then came the question, you know who he took with him? Pete Hegseth. Maher insisted he was not making that up. That is a fact. And then he delivered the line that turned the security operation into a comedy sketch. Pete was the perfect roommate. Maher imagined the 2 men squeezed into their unusual hideout. Trump was in with the snacks, and Pete was in with the complimentary beer and wine. You know, it worked out perfectly. The joke landed in an already growing online storm around Trump's secret evacuation. Social media users have been mocking the reported catering cart escape, with Ron Filipkowski, editor-in-chief of the news outlet Midas Touch, even sharing an AI-generated image depicting Trump crouched inside a catering truck surrounded by McDonald's. The imagery plays directly into one of Trump's most well-known personal habits, his love of McDonald's, and that reputation has been documented beyond memes. But Maher is not the only one taking aim at Trump over the Turkey plane switch, because while the comedian mocked the president's bizarre escape route, the internet found another person to place at the center of the drama. Caroline Leavitt may be leaving the White House, but if the internet is right, she may have left Donald Trump with one very bitter parting shot. A seemingly innocent video shared by the outgoing press secretary has exploded online, with viewers obsessing over an apparent bulge around Trump's lower body. And now, social media has a theory. Was this Caroline Leavitt's sweet revenge? The timing is certainly raising eyebrows. Leavitt announced her White House exit, Trump praised her as a top advisor, and then came the video that sent the internet into a frenzy. What looked like a touching moment with grieving parents quickly became a viral spectacle as users began zooming in, mocking Trump's appearance, and unleashing brutal diaper claims. There is no proof the video was deliberately shared as revenge, but that hasn't stopped the internet from declaring Leavitt's farewell anything but friendly. The video shows Trump leaving a stage during an appearance in New York and walking toward the parents of a 12-year-old boy who was killed by a stray bullet in the Bronx. The child was Jacob, whose parents, Migdalia Martinez and retired NYPD Sergeant Jesus Freitas, were seen embracing Trump during the emotional on-camera moment. The video, used to accuse Leavitt of attacking Trump, was shared by the outgoing press secretary, with Caroline first sharing the moment with 340,000 followers on X before it rapidly spread around the world. Caroline Leavitt described the encounter as a beautiful impromptu moment, but online viewers had something else on their minds. Instead of concentrating only on Trump's emotional meeting with the grieving parents, social media users began zooming in on his lower body and what they claimed looked like an unusual outline beneath his clothing. The reactions quickly turned brutal. One commenter mocked the apparent shape, writing, "That box is to catch the shitty diaper overflow." Another simply declared, "Trump wearing a big diaper." Others went even further, posting, "It was a diaper, and 100% proof that Trump is wearing diapers." The video itself does not establish that Trump was wearing a diaper, and the online claims remain speculation and mockery from social media users. The speculation comes against a much larger backdrop of turmoil surrounding the Trump administration. Claims circulating online have also alleged that Leavitt was left aboard Air Force One with journalists during an Iran-related security scare, while Trump departed on another aircraft. Those claims have been used online to build a narrative that Leavitt was furious with Trump before her resignation.